we going on to episode 6 now?
Yeah, I think we're going on to episode 6. I think we've talked enough of episode 5. I think this whole freaking show can be us talking about freaking episode 5, but I think we talked enough about episode 5.
Well, for now.
I think there's not much to talk about episode 5 other than the Clone Wars and the symbolism between Anakin and Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And okay, so I think it's time to move on to episode 6, Far, Far Away.
Oh,
I loved the little homage to the Far, Far Away.
wait, was that this episode or was that?
Episode 6.
I thought it was episode. Wait, so episode 5. Remind me again. Was episode 5 when we finally got into the whale?
Yes.
Okay, so we had the whole whale thing.
Yep, and then
Carson getting in trouble, almost being reprimanded. And then they jump using the whales.
They jump using the whales.
Okay, so that was the end of episode 5.
That's the episode 5.
So episode 6 is where we begin in the whale.
And begin the whale with the light speed.
Yep. Okay. All right.
I love the Far, Far Away intro with Hugh Yang. I think David Tennant. Chef Kiss, you the man.
Oh,
you are the doctor.
He's been the doctor.
You've been.
He's Crowley and Good Omens.
Yeah.
He's a wizard. That man can play any role.
Yeah. He is quite the treasure. You're quite a treasure, David Tennant. I loved you.
Can't wait to work with you, sir.
Everything.
Literally, can't wait to work with you. I plan on working with that man.
So, I like the whole Far, Far Away bit.
It was great.
Yeah. I think it was nice.
It was great. So do we get to the new planet with the witches in this episode?
With this episode we do. With the Eye of Sion landing, and then we're meeting with Thrawn.
Man, his
intro.
Before we get to that, the Eye of Sion when it gets there, and then the shuttle taking its trip down.
Yep.
The planet itself, just immediately, just going over the hills and valleys of that planet, there's so much history that you can automatically see on the statues.
Much lore. Yep.
The statues, again, going back to the sisters.
Yep. And there was this... When we got to the planet, I just felt like I wanted to leave because there was something there that was creepy about it. I don't know what it was. And then we'll talk more about this with the finale. But I felt there was something getting cooked in this planet. Like something.
Well, we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
There is like something going on.
What happened to life in this planet? There was nothing
it's
out
the Yuuzhan
here.
Vong. I'm just gonna go ahead and say flat out. The Yuuzhan Vong, they terrify everything if they ever come out. They're the ultimate.
The planet was terrified at this point. There's nothing out there.
I don't know.
It was very creepy to me, and
it's
I could tell why Thrawn was like, "Let's get the hell." Granted, Thrawn's introduction was pretty cool. Like the whole the chants, the troopers all standing.
Oh, the chants, dude. But even the way the stormtroopers looked, they had that Japanese style of repairing like pottery with gold.
Yep.
They had that thrown in. That one, the captain, was he a captain?
Captain Enoch.
Captain Enoch.
Yep.
The faceplate looks like
very Romanesque.
Yeah, Roman. Was it a Roman or a Greek death mask?
It's more Roman.
Okay, but it's
the Greeks did it too, but it was more towards Romans.
Antiquity death mask, I guess. We'll just go.
The Romans did it more often.
Even Thrawn's. Was this the episode where Thrawn was like, if any whales come into play? Kill them. With impunity.
Impunity. Yes.
just butcher them.
Just butcher them.
Man, yeah. We are not.
Because the thing is, if you guys watched Rebels season 4, the finale, Thrawn got his ass kicked because of the damn whales and Ezra. So of course, he has a thing or two about whales. He has a thing or two about whales.
They're like, I hate whales.
I hate them.
I hate them. I feel like he's over there like, I think we need a bigger boat.
So he's like...
whales are his jaws.
So he's like what? Clint? Is it Clint? What is his name? What is the captain? In
Yeah,
Jaws?
the captain. I saw them coming in. He's got a beanie on his head. I saw them coming in. All their tentacles.
You ever seen a whale's eyes?
Biggest whales they were. Because they were whales.
You ever see the whale's eyes? They're like a doll's eyes.
Just take his monologue from Jaws and give it to Thrawn.
I can't.
That's pretty much what it was for him. I feel like those whales, as soon as the witches were like, a new Jedi approaches, and he's like, I bet you it's Ahsoka Tano. Like he's got that monotoneness, right? That calmness, like, this must be the Ahsoka Tano that was supposed to be dead, isn't it? And then of course, Elspeth is over there just like, oh, that's impossible. And he's like, man, is it really?
Is it though?
Is it though?
Is it though? So I think we should talk about. Since we're talking about Thrawn, let's talk about Thrawn of this episode. Okay. There's so much stuff to talk about in episode 6. Let's concentrate. Let's concentrate on Thrawn. Did you enjoy Thrawn's portrayal in the beginning of episode 6, going forward with end of episode 6? His introduction.
Right.
Episode 6 is his episode.
We go from Ahsoka in the whale, and then we move to Sabine in the prison cell, and her discussion with Baylan.
Yep.
And Baylan was like, from that Jedi perspective, Baylan was over there like, should you be reflecting? It's the time to meditate, reflect.
Come on, girl.
Right? But then when they land and you get Thrawn coming in, Thrawn is still a favorite character, one of my favorite Star Wars villains of all time. Like,
I want to hear your thoughts because Thrawn is one of my favorite villains. But because the way you talked about him in the previous episodes, does Lars Mikkelsen's introduction to him. Does that really
it was taking that Rancor steak that's medium rare, and then you put it in your mouth, and then it's just the melt. The melt of the meat and the flavor. Thrawn is the beautiful seasoning that goes on top of it.
Oh, the seasoning, the blue seasoning,
the blue
and red seasoning.
With your blue milk, he's with your blue potato, it's just Thrawn is, I don't know how any other way to put it. Thrawn is just so delectable in his in Lars's performance.
Also, Lars did play the voice.
He was the voice.
Thrawn in the Rebels.
Right. So him coming in to just play a character he's already very familiar with.
Right on schedule. The man knew the assignment.
Oh, God.
Lars Mikkelsen knew the assignment. You did it perfectly.
Yes,
you did it perfectly. I mean,
Beautiful
you didn't skip a step. It felt like Thrawn.
Beautiful.
I didn't even like the comparison between Thrawn and the Rebels. Non-existent.
I almost feel like that man didn't even need a script.
Oh, yeah, he just did it right out the back.
He just came out, he just stepped onto set.
Yep.
And he just looked around and he was like, I'm standing here. And then everybody's like, okay, let's frame up where he's standing.
Just follow the camera. Yeah, camera just follow.
Camera just stick with him.
Just stick with him. That's it.
Stick with him.
That's it. But that was not the line. Let him cook. Let him cook.
It doesn't matter. He is literally Thrawn.
Yes.
He is Thrawn. In every shape, form, stature, the way he holds himself. Like, I've seen him in other films where he's kind of got this similar type of evil character. But
you know what I loved about this?
He's so perfect.
I love how his intro. He's playing nice. I love that. He's playing nice. He's playing nice because we all know when he plays rough, he takes the whole thing.
No, Thrawn has never gotten to the point where he lashes out with like rage.
No, not
always calm.
I'm not talking about him being rash or being rough, not being like angry. No.
But he's pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. You must be.
You
must be Sabine.
Mm-hmm. But his tactics. his tactics here, I felt that, going forward with him, especially with episode 6, I can tell that he only has one goal right now. I don't care what you gotta do. I don't care what she has to do. I need to focus. I know what I have to do.
I know what I
gotta focus what I have to do. Yep. So you're just letting her go in due time.
It doesn't
we'll get with that.
How did I put it last time? He's not playing 4D chess. He's playing that game with Data.
Data, yeah.
He is Data in a way, just calculating a million steps ahead of everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
It really is almost only when the Jedi start using the Jedi-ness on him.
That's when he okay,
it's like,
up my game.
That's annoying. He's like, it really kind of goes back to the old, when you're first watching it, and you're like, well, the only way they could have really beaten the Death Star was with a space wizard.
Yep, exactly. That was the only way.
That's the only way that he gets annoyed is with the space wizards.
The space wizards are as a factor that's random. It's always freaking random.
It's always it's like, oh, I can calculate for all of these variables, but then as soon as somebody comes in and just takes that variable and goes way out of bounds with it, like, oh, dang it, that wasn't expected. That wasn't, even if I think he plans for it, he's like, no, that shouldn't be that easy for them.
Yeah.
He was nice.
Yeah, he was nice.
He was nice to Sabine. He was like, Sabine. I'll keep that the agreement you had with Baylan.
Yep.
I'll honor it. Go ahead. Go on.
I did like how he warned her, like, hey, if you don't come back,
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving.
What did he say? Like, I'm leaving in like 3 days or in three rotations?
Three rotations.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
If you want to leave, you might want to hurry up.
Yep. I enjoyed Laura Mixon's Thrawn. I want to see more. I want to see more.
I really want more.
I definitely want to see more. I definitely looking forward to what's to come after this show with Thrawn. I think this was a nice little introduction of what we're going to see. And we'll talk more about how we feel about the finale, with Thrawn and everybody. But with episode 6, bringing on Thrawn, it was Thrawn's episode. And I love the fact that the moment, he gets brought up that a freaking random factor has come to play where Ahsoka's coming in, a presence that we've seen.
Sabine wasn't anticipated in the first place.
She wasn't anticipated, but she wasn't a Force user to the level of Ahsoka that he wasn't worried about. Like, okay, I don't have to worry about her. But now we're bringing in a freaking Jedi, an actual Jedi being involved now. Now we gotta up things up.
So are we moving into episode? Wait,
no.
We're still on episode 6.
It's still on episode 6 because episode 6, we can talk about Ezra's and Sabine's
reunion.
The reunion, which was at the end of episode 6.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
I think we could get on today. So you thought enough about Thrawn?
I can never talk enough about Thrawn. Thrawn's my boy.
Thrawn's your boy.
Thrawn is out of every character in Star Wars history ever. Ulrich Keldroma is one of my tops, and Thrawn is my next. Like Old Republic, old Republic for Ulrich Keldroma, but Thrawn, to me, he's the best villain.
Yeah. For me, it's Revan, both Darth and Lightside Revan. Love them both.
Okay.
Mace Windu. Always love that bastard. And let me see. Oh, Vader. Vader, of course.
Vader. I'm going besides the classic.
Besides
the ones that everybody points to, especially.
Besides the classics.
Besides the classics.
Yeah.
The ones that are a little bit outside of the fray.
Yeah.
Ulrich Keldroma and Thrawn are two of my big ones.
Revan, Darth Nihilus. I love Darth Nihilus. Oh, Darth Nihilus.
Great choice.
Oh, Darth Nihilus, the World Eater. Bruh.
Yeah.
The problem with Darth Nihilus is that he had the Force consumption to a whole new level. That was his problem. He couldn't control it. And overpowered him, and he started freaking eating everybody. He's a very overpowered villain.
Wasn't he one of those that controlled a son? Was that him?
No, I don't think he's actual son.
Or is that back before? That's before Exar Kun days.
Yeah. Darth Nihilus is the mask.
Yeah. Okay.
Old Republic.
Yeah.
Darth Nihilus is the one that had a Star Destroyer. He was flying around by himself. And he would the force absorption was ridiculous on this dude. I'm surprised that the actual main characters were able to beat him other than Revan. But the thing is, the main character we played was the apprentice of Revan. Yeah. So it made sense that she was able, and then she was also Kira, Dark Kira. She was involved with the fight too. So it makes sense Darth Nihilus did get wiped. But still, the guy was a freaking powerhouse.
I think Thrawn would have beat everybody.
Given
the opportunity.
Here's the thing, though. Thrawn is the Batman of the Star Wars universe. Given enough prep time, he wins.
He's the dark Batman.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
who's
Thrawn
not afraid
is
to kill you.
If you guys don't know about Thrawn, if you're aware about Batman, Thrawn is the Batman of the Star Wars universe. Given him enough prep time, he can beat anybody. Anybody. I mean, anybody. Force users, whatever. He can beat anybody with enough prep time. Kind of like with Batman. Give enough prep time to Batman, he could beat a god.
Yeah.
And Batman has beaten a god.
He has beaten a god. He has.
So think about that. Thrawn is the Batman of, Dark Batman of the Star Wars universe. But anyway, let's move on. I really love the reunion between Sabine and Ezra. It wasn't bombastic. It wasn't flashy. It was
just a...
Hey, about time you showed up.
It's good to see you.
Yeah.
I love how they kept his eyes.
Yes.
Like his eyes were always that piercing blue.
Yes.
And I like how they kept it. And with his skin tone, it really pops.
It does. And he's jokingly now the new Jesus of the Star Wars universe.
No, Obi-Wan is no longer the Jesus.
No, he is Jesus. But Ezra is now the correct Jesus.
Wait. Wait a minute. So what you're telling me is Obi-Wan is white Jesus.
Yes. And Ezra is the correct biblical
Obi-Wan
Jesus.
is white Jesus and Ezra is Jesus.
Jesus. The correct biblical Jesus. Also, he's also known as Ezra Moses. Moses Bridger.
Moses Bridger?
Is
he Jesus or is he Moses? Make up your mind.
Both. They're both. People have just come around. I can see for me, when I first saw him, was Moses. I saw the Moses. But a lot of people are saying Jesus. Okay. I saw Moses.
I get which Jesus they're talking about, though.
Yeah.
I get what's Jesus, especially the picture you got on your laptop right now. Yeah. I definitely understand the Jesus that.
You know what? You know what's cool? It looks like Ezra was a bit of a troublemaker for Thrawn, and he's always been a troublemaker for Thrawn in seasons. But in this show, he was, the show alludes that he was a bit of a troublemaker for Thrawn because his chainmail is made of all the stormtrooper dog tags.
Is it?
Yes.
I never looked at that.
Yes. The dog tag, the chainmail he has is made of all the dog tags.
Well, you remember Thrawn was calculating how many troopers to send because his resources were limited.
And it's thanks to Ezra.
Right. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I guess I could see. Well, I would say not only just thanks to Ezra, but I'm sure there's also certain parts of the perils of the planet.
Yes.
That took the toll on Thrawn's forces as well.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. So I could see how Ezra is still a thorn in his side, so to speak.
And it's to the point where I could see why Thrawn was like, just let him go. Let him go.
What did you think of on Sabine's journey to go meet up with Ezra?
Mm-hmm.
What did you think of the bandits that she first encountered?
I think they were cool. It felt very. I think we talked about it before. Like they felt very Japanese.
You and I talked about it.
Yeah.
It felt very Japanese, but it felt more. It felt more like the Seven Samurai.
Yeah.
How the bandits that came in.
That's right. They do look like
that.
All
like it's just piecemeal armor pieces. It's not 100% like the full samurai outfits. Mm-hmm. They're using different weapons, which was nice to see. I really liked the look of those type of bandits. What about the wolf?
The wolf rat.
The wolf rat thing.
I don't know. I like the whole idea that Master Splinter is now a freaking mount. I think it's cool. I'll get him on 1/6 scale if they do ever make them as a figure.
The mount.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they could give it to maybe Balin or Shin. I don't know if they ever make the hot toys for them.
Oh, okay, okay, I could see that.
Because one was brown, more like one was dark brown for Balin, and Shin was more white. Because in Norse mythology, their characters in Norse mythology, their gods are always chasing the sun and the moon. So
yep. Yeah. And what was Ahsoka's was kind of like a grayish.
Yeah.
Right.
Grayish brown. Yeah. I know Balin was darker. So.
Okay.
Yeah. I like them. I think they felt very childish.
Yeah. I this is just a personal want, not necessarily a critique. I kind of wanted a few more creatures.
I feel that
just to give the planet a little bit more life to it.
Yeah.
But the sparsity of that planet, I don't know, still kind of fits in with the night system.
And that's what I was wondering, through the episode. We're seeing this planet. Episode 6 was more of like seeing what we're surrounded with. And I'm like, we're surrounded with nothing but statues and old remnants of what this empire used to be. And I'm like, what happened here?
Almost like it's not necessarily a desert, but almost just like a tundra of nothingness.
Like a death march.
Yeah, it seems like everybody is just scrounging for survival.
Like, what happened here? Like a nuke went off, and then it's just at the aftermath of centuries of nothing getting rebuilt.
Even the little crab. The little crab
turtles,
guys, crab turtles, the little crab. What do we call those? The hermit crab guys.
Yeah, I think they were cute. Yeah,
they were cute.
And for a minute, I thought. Okay, spoilers. It is a spoiler episode.
The whole thing. It's been there from the beginning.
Honestly, I thought that
it's been right down here the whole time.
I thought with the finale, I thought these guys were gonna go home with Ezra? On board the ship. But we saw what happened in the finale. It didn't happen. But I wouldn't have been surprised if Ezra just took him home with him. Like, come on, guys, I got a new galaxy we can go to. Come on, guys, bring the kids, bring everybody.
Bring everybody.
Yeah.
Let's get those floating shell house home Winnebagos.
Leave them behind. We got just bring your belongings. It's all good. Yeah, your
shell campers.
Yeah,
the campers. Yeah, I mean, it was interesting to see. I think those were probably some of the weaker moments of the show.
Yeah.
Of the progression to get to Ezra.
Yeah.
I almost kind of wish that it would have been just sort of her tracking him down specifically by herself. Something with the Force that's guiding. But I know we didn't really feel that Force pull, but you could argue that.
And I get why people complained that it was so easy.
It was, yeah.
But I feel that the reason why it was so easy was because Thrawn didn't care about finding Ezra anymore, or even bring him into aboard his ship or even try to kill him, because we can see now that his chainmail stormtroopers, every time he did, he failed to kill Ezra. He was like, at this point, let me just leave you alone.
Right, because he just, if I leave and you're stuck here, I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care, because I'm never gonna have to deal with you.
Yeah,
that was his whole ideology on it.
Yeah, there was a lot of rumors that this wasn't Ezra, or
one thing I did really like was Sabine was leaving, was the commander telling Sabine, die well. Like, everybody that we've sent out there is pretty much just dead.
Yep.
So you die well too. Have fun.
Die well too. Yep. Get brought back. Get brought back. We're all here. Hey, Billy over there got brought back 27 times. Isn't that right, Billy? Why does Billy keep waving?
What was that movie? Oh no, it's Hot Fuzz. It's Hot Fuzz when they're all the very beginning of Hot Fuzz when they're all in the CSI outfits.
Yes.
And you had Kate Blanchett's character looking at it's like, no, it's not. No, I'm not sleeping with him. I'm sleeping with him. And then you just have it in the back. Hey-oh.
Hey-oh.
Oh no, it's hello there. It's sort of that same thing. Yeah, everybody's dead. Even Billy's dead.
Yeah, Billy died like 27 times.
Hello there.
Why keep bringing him back? Oh, for the laughs.
For the laughs.
He's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy.
No, die well, seriously. All right, guys, let's go.
And then Balin and Shin going after her.
Yeah.
I kind of saw that coming.
Yeah. It was kind of interesting when Morgan was kind of like felt a little bit defeated when she found out that Thrawn was okay for leaving her best troop behind. I'm like,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
one of my best men.
Yeah.
You want to leave him behind if
Yeah.
they don't make it back? At this point, I can't expend any more resources.
Are you talking about? You're talking about towards our finale?
No, not the finale. No, the end of the episode 6. You know, when she allowed Balin and Shin to go out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, that's episode 7 that I'm thinking of when Balin makes the decision to separate from Shin. That's episode 7.
No, that was episode 6. No, because there was because they let them go in episode 6 because they were
Episode 6 we ended with meeting.
Yep.
With meeting
Ezra. Yeah.
Episode 7 is when Balin tells Shin.
Oh, you're talking about Balin?
Yeah,
I'm talking about Thrawn and Morgan in episode 6. Thrawn and Morgan.
Yeah, he says he's like, no, they're gonna go kill those two. And
if they ever come,
if they come back, then they come back.
If they don't, I'm leaving their asses.
Yeah.
But then Morgan was like, damn. So my best men, you're gonna leave them behind if they don't make it back.
They don't make it back.
Yep, if they don't make it
up to
back.
them.
Yep. So I think we're done with episode 6, right? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I mean it was one of those where it's like, okay, we're wrapped up. We're back.
Were you disappointed that it wasn't as flashy for Ezra?
A little bit.
Do you think that you probably come in, being the saving the day or something like that?
I think there's that side of me that, and I'll get a little bit more into this on the finale side of it.
Yeah.
But there is that side of me that's like, oh, I wish there was a little bit more.
Yeah.
I wish there was a little bit, like maybe a first encounter between Balin and Shin and Ezra and Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe there was a initial conflict there,
Mm-hmm.
or even when Sabine is attacked by the bandits, that maybe Ezra was the one to have come in and helped her.
Yep.
I think that would have been a good introduction back into him. But I mean, I come from the film world where it's not everything is controlled in that clean cut of a what I might want.
Also, the budget when it comes to play and everything,
and the producing and executive producers that might come back in and give their 2 cents, or a lot of it is really fleshed out before they even get into principal photography, but then changes do happen on the day.
I think a lot of things that we talked about would have been achieved if they allowed the budget to be grander. Kind of like what happened with Infinity War and Endgame.
Oh,
a lot of things that
happened, set of budgets, or if they learned to do what Creator did. By the way, saw Creator, gorgeous. Go watch it. Please go watch Creator. It needs your support. It really needs your support.
The box office doesn't look that great right now, so go support.
But it only needs, internationally and domestically, only needs 100 million.
To
90 million
to be successful.
90. It's like 90 or 92 million, and it's met its budget.
Yeah.
But if it gets 100 million, then it made profit. So please go support that film. Like really.
Also, it's Garrett Rivers, the man that brought us Rogue One. But yeah, if you like Rogue One,
but let's not get off on our tangents again. I can talk about this stuff all day.
Yeah, talk about Creator, talk about Rogue One. Talk about how Garrett Rivers got screwed over by Disney. Okay.
Overall, we do love the introduction was nice.
Yeah. I think Ezra Bridger. It wasn't bombastic like we were hoping, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the smoothness from the actor. I think the actor did it perfectly. He did bring out the animated Ezra that I knew.
Yeah, he did. What's our actor's name again that plays Ezra?
Emin Esfandi. Emin Esfandi.
Yeah. Is it Emin or Aman?
I think Aman. Yeah.
Aman Esfandi?
Esfandi. So Aman.
Yeah,
so Aman.
I'm just curious
where
he's from.
He looks great. I think he definitely carries that look and what I loved is that he looks like his dad. from the anime.
He does look a little bit.
So I like how Dave Filoni tied that in. Like, I need someone as he's getting older.
Yeah.
He's developing the traits of his father. And I liked how if you watch, this is what I love about Dave Filoni, is that he grabs traits from his previous shows, previous works, and brings it back.
Good casting.
Yes,
whoever the
good
casting director was, but did a good job.
Yeah.
I mean, ultimately, it is Filoni's choice at the end of the day.
Yeah. I do like how Filoni made sure of that.
Yeah, he did really good. Really good. Hey everyone, and thank you for stopping by Geeking Out and checking out this video. I'm Gabe from Archetype, and if you could please, do all the things. Subscribe, like, comment, share, promote this to the world. Make sure the leaders of all nations see this, and let's spread the joy of geeking out together. Because that's the only way we get to make an empire. It's not just me. It's not just Nat. It's together. I hope you all have a lovely day and a lovely evening and a lovely morning or whatever it is, wherever you're watching. And I guess me and Nat will see you on the next one. Until then, later. All right, I'm gonna that way. See you guys later.